just wanted to do a quick video on advocates and political activists burning out. Now, I'm going to use my examples, although I do have friends who are both an advocate and a political activist. Activist, I should say, because there's more than one. But I can only speak from my experience. So kind of what stemmed from, or the reason for this video is I was in my therapist's office about a month ago. I think it was a month ago. Anyways, a little while ago. And I was telling him about a lot of the stuff that I was working on, and he asked me a question that kind of got me thinking, and I'm really grateful that he did ask this question. And he basically said that he was going to support me, be there and whatnot. However, he said he has to think of my health, and he wanted to make sure that I was not doing more than I could handle. And I reassured him that yes, indeed, I was doing what I could handle. I wasn't doing any more. And he said, okay. And he said the moment that he sees that it's too much, then he can't support me anymore. So that got me thinking, since he said that, and he said that on in a couple of appointments. I would tell him, kind of give him an update on kind of what I was doing and whatnot on a political front. And he would say the exact same thing. So then that got me thinking about when advocates burn out, or even political advocates burn out. And I have seen, now these are my observations, is sometimes, I'll use an example to kind of illustrate this, is sometimes, I know that when I'm, very involved in something, sometimes I get what I will call obsessed with something, and I'm in tunnel vision, and I have people, on the outside trying to tell me that maybe my way of thinking is not healthy, and I am in such tunnel vision that I see these people as, trying to discredit me, and they're the enemy and whatnot, and not seeing that they're actually looking out for my welfare. And then I got to thinking that, there's one thing about, human rights, because a lot of this, some of the stuff that I'm working out with has to do with human rights issues, is I got to thinking that we have to find a balance. Yes, it's, the correct thing to do to fight for human right violations. But at the same time, the things that we are fighting against, we might not agree with, a certain policy that the government has, put in place or whatnot. But if it's going to impact a huge population in a good way, what right do I have to fight against that? I don't. I might not fit my situation, but why am I going to be taking away this very policy that could help out so many? And I think that, as a advocate or a political activist, you kind of have to pick your battles. And if you don't pick your battles, you're going to burn out very, very quickly. And you kind of have to renegotiate or rethink, your purpose. Like, why am I doing this? Is this really going to benefit so many? Am I allowing my personal experiences to really affect the way that I'm doing things? Am I allowing it to get in the way? And it's not about them, but about me. And, I have seen some friends who have, started off on a path where, it's going to be, about helping other people. But because of them getting burnt out, and again, this is my observations, it soon turned turned into a situation about them. And they still had, in their mindset, this was about, still helping out other people. And they had not taken the time to really evaluate, kind of where they were at. Like, why am I doing this? Is it worth it? Why am I not finding joy in helping out others? Stuff like that. And so I just want to caution everybody who is out there fighting the good fight, is, one of the important things is, from time to time, evaluate, why are you doing what you're doing? And take a break if you need to. It doesn't mean that you're, any less of an activist because you have to take a step back and look after you. That has been a huge thing in my life that I personally have had to do, is learn how to take care of me. I've been so used to taking care of others that this was something that I didn't know how to do. And I've been learning how to do that. And so I just really encourage, everybody who is on the political activist side of things and an advocate for whatever issue you are advocating for, is to really evaluate things and, importantly, look after you so that you don't burn out. Thanks.